Hi, Nina. My mother informed me that you continue to reside with them. Is that so? You and Adam have been married for 5 years now. Hello, Jasmine. It's been a while since our last conversation. Yes, it's true. Your parents have graciously allowed Adam and I to stay with them. We've been living with them since right after we got married. Oh, wow, you're right. It has been 5 years since then. Time just flies by, I guess. Seriously? That's all you can say? Even though you two are adults, you continue to reside with my parents. I've heard that you people didn't have any money when you initially moved in. I understand that you guys were newlyweds and needed time to establish yourselves. But my goodness, it has been 5 years. I didn't anticipate seeing you guys still there. That's just embarrassing. I'm sorry, but what did you say? I stated my opinion. I don't believe it can be misunderstood. I'm not going to get into that now. I must share with you something significant, so please close attention, okay? I'm going to be transferred for a branch office close to you guys. Oh, really? That's good news. You've always mentioned returning to this place. Congratulations on obtaining approval for the transfer. Thanks. So about that, I've been talking to Mom. She informed me that there's no room for me to move back in as long as you and Adam are remaining with her. I will need to find a new place to live, and I must do that by myself. But don't you think that is very odd? Odd? I don't think it's odd. What made you think that? Are you kidding me? You can't see why? Like, for real? Gosh, it must be lovely to have a mind that is as simple as yours. It's just my luck to have such a dense brother and sister-in-law. What? Why are you calling us dense? In fact, you are. You are to blame for my inability to return to my mother's house. You know, the house that I grew up in. I'm the older child. I should be able to live in that house whenever I want. But no, I have to find some dingy apartment somewhere to rent because of you and Adam. Do you get it now? Do you see why it's odd? But you know what? You can cure yourself of that density. You can do that by moving out as soon as possible. You want us to move out of the house? But we have been present for 5 years. We're pretty much settled in. Do you think I care about that? I also heard something else from Mom. She said that Adam is still working at the dead-end factory job of his. Dead-end? I wouldn't call it that. Of course you wouldn't. He would defend your husband. But I've also heard about you. You stay at home all day, don't you? What a comfortable life you lead. You went into your family and now you remain at home and do nothing. I didn't think that you and Adam were such parasites. You're just leeching off my parents and living the good life. Leeches? Parasite? We were hardly that. Jasmine, since we first started talking, I've observed that your attitude has been seriously odd. You've been making so many derogatory remarks about Adam and I. Oh, shut it, you leech. Don't pretend that you're on some moral high ground. You might have been able to trick my parents into giving you what you want. But I'm on to you guys. I saw right through your tricks. I saw what you guys did. I observed how you two enter and establish yourself in a home that you do not even own. You guys know that you can never make the money to buy a home like that, so you guys are thinking of squatting. It's already been 5 years of living the good life under my parents' roof. That's long enough. Now, Jasmine, I don't think you're seeing the whole picture here. No, don't try to talk your way out of this. I'm ending your parasitic way of living. I'm not going to let you get away with it when I get back. Don't say I didn't warn you. Therefore, you should quickly get your belongings and leave that house.
1 hour later.
I'm so sorry to bother you, Mina. But did Jasmine recently send you any odd messages? It's okay if she didn't.
Hi, Emily. I'm not bothered by you at all. Actually, I was just talking to Jasmine a moment ago. She wants us to move out of the house as she called it parasites.
She would? Did she say that to you? I'm really sorry about that. You didn't deserve that treatment at all. Jasmine's had a tendency to act out and say hurtful things.
It's okay. It's nothing that you need to apologize for. Actually, could you tell me what you said to her? I've never been called a leech before, so I was very shocked.
Oh God, what a terrible thing to call someone. Again, I apologize very deeply for that. She probably misunderstood what I meant because I didn't explain it to her clearly.
You don't have to apologize.
No, I must express regret for Jasmine's actions. She's always had a bit of bulldozer attitude. She suddenly mentioned returning here without previously consulting me. She didn't even try to listen to what I had to say about it. I tried to tell her that it was too sudden and she was putting me on the spot. She then became really upset. She advised me to rejoice that she was returning and that I would get to have my kid again. She thought I was lonely without her. She started to get angry too, and I guess that was when I said something I shouldn't have. I told her that because you are usually at home with me, I've never felt alone because you are always there. Despite the fact that you have always been pleasant to be around, I probably shouldn't have said it to her. I should have known better.
Well, that would explain why she thinks that I'm unemployed.
I guess that does. I guess you didn't like the way that I was talking to her too. She asked if I was embarrassed to have a freeloader as a daughter-in-law. I really should have stopped her when she said that about you.
I see what happened. It seems like she had you cornered.
Yes, she did. But still, that's no excuse. I'm really sorry. I really should have known better. She's always been like that, and she will never change. She's enamored with status and despises Adam for choosing to work after high school rather than attend college. She would even look down on her father and me. It gets to be a little unbearable.
I felt that when I saw how she interacted with you and Carr. Did something happen that made her treat all of you like that? She sounds like a dictator or anything along those lines.
No, I don't think anything happened. She just thinks that she's the best and that she knows better than anyone. If she deems you to be of the lowest status than her, then she will treat you differently. It doesn't matter who you are.
Oh, goodness.
She's proud of her schooling. I'm sure she's told you that she went to Columbia.
More than once.
She would make fun of Adam for never going to college. Colin nor I went to college either, so she looks down on us too.
But you're her parents. Why does she feel like she has to do that?
It's her pride and ego. She graduated from Columbia and got a really good job right after graduating. We've gotten used to it though. We just let her say whatever she wants and let it all slide. We assumed she would ultimately move on, but I believe it only served to confirm her perception that she is superior to all of us. I think that's also one of the reasons why she wants to move back here. She wants to show everyone in this town that she's better than them. I think she wants all her friends to know that she works for such a big company. She just wants to flaunt her success.
Really? Do you think so? All she wants to do is show off?
I really wouldn't put it past her. Anyway, about her wanting to move back, you can just leave that to me. I'll figure something out. You don't have to worry about a thing. You and Adam are pleasant company for Colin and me. Nothing should change according to us.
Thanks, Emily. But I don't think you have to do this all alone. Maybe we should hold a family meeting about it. We should first ask everyone's opinion on this.
Oh, a family meeting?
Yes, it's also be a strength and numbers sort of things, because I doubt Jasmine would pay attention to anything you have to say. You'll just be throwing more oil on the fire. I could see her saying that Adam and I were the ones that forced you to let us stay, or some other accusation like that.
I can't hear her saying that too. It sounds just like her.
I'm glad we understand each other. It doesn't have to be tonight or even tomorrow, but sometime soon, we should gather everyone and have a proper conversation about this. We won't be able to deal with her on our own. We can talk about how to inform her of our choice. That, in my opinion, would be the most effective course of actions for us to take in order to minimize harm.
You're right. Everyone should be free tonight. I'll tell Carl to come straight home from work today. Could you tell Adam? We can discuss this over dinner. I think that would be the best time.
Of course, I'll message Adam right away.
3 weeks later.
Hello, Jasmine. We've been receiving a lot of boxes with your name on them. But the bigger problem is that they have all been cash on delivery. Thanks for paying for the shipping. All the boxes contain my stuff, so be careful when you take things to my room, okay? I'll be back next week. What? Next week? Why are you acting surprised? I told you about this already. I said that I was moving back in with my parents. Well, yes, you did tell me about that. However, your mother and I have not yet given our approval. I never said we were going to move out. Why would I need to wait for approval? I'm the oldest, and all I'm doing is moving into my parents' house. And what do you mean by your approval? You're just my stupid little brother's wife. I don't need approval from you. You should have listened and prepared yourself when I told you to get out. But it's still a decision that I have to make. Look at this. You have no say in this at all. You are merely a person who is supported by my parents' charitable giving. Where do you find the audacity to talk to me like that, huh? Who do you think you're talking to? You're a nobody married to a nobody who works at a factory. You don't even do on your own work. No financial support equates to no voice. You and that useless brother of mine need to get out. You lowlifes don't deserve to be in the same house as me. Okay, fine. Bye now. That's right, you better leave. Well, if you're going to keep accusing us of leeching, then there's nothing else that we can do but leave. We're going to try our best to get out of here by the end of the week. Would you be able to wait just a little bit longer?
1 week later.
Hey, Mina. What the hell happened to the house? You better explain everything to me right now. What do you mean? Oh, stop playing dumb. You know what I'm talking about. I went to the house today and there was nothing inside. There was no furniture or any appliances. Everything is gone. What am I supposed to do with an empty house? What is going on? Well, this is what you wanted, right? You were the one that told us to get out of there. So we got rid of all the things we didn't need and got out. Adam and I bought all the things that were in the house. So all we did was clean up our stuff. That's what you wanted, right? Huh? What the hell are you talking about? You left me with an empty house. That's not cleaning it. You're doing this to spite me. And then you go and lie about the furniture. A freeloading, underprivileged couple like you could never afford to purchase all that. What you did was theft. Don't think I'll hesitate to call the police on you. You better put everything that you took back. Like I said, that stuff is ours. We paid for all of it. All the furniture, appliances, and everything else. That's a lie. We've got plenty of receipts to prove it. You really shouldn't look down on us. Well then, you need to stop acting above your station. You two are just a pair of leeches. All two of you are telling lies in the forest. Hasn't anyone taught you better than this? I'm not dumb. I won't fall for it. Why do you constantly accuse us of lying? My parents have already spent a lot of time taking care of you, but that doesn't seem to be enough for you. You had to go take everything they owned. How could you do that to them? I really should call the police on you two. Theft is theft, and it doesn't matter who you do it to. You really need to stop with your assumptions. You are making a fool of yourself. Whether you choose to believe us or not, we really did buy everything. Furthermore, we weren't the only people who were taking things out. Your parents helped us do it. So do you really plan on calling the police on your own parents? What? Why would my parents help you two losers? None of this is making any sense. Well, after you messaged me that day, I talked with your mother. We had a family meeting that night to talk about what Adam and I should do. Well, it was less formal than it sounds. We all sat down for dinner that day and talked about leaving. As we talked, your parents said that they wanted to go with us. No way! Why would they want to do that when their good kids are finally coming back home? Yes, they weren't too keen on the idea of living with you again. Their exact words were, "We don't want to have to take care of Princess Jasmine." Rather than spend the rest of their days in servitude, they wanted to come with us instead. That's what your parents said, at least. What the hell? Once we decided on that, we started to do what you wanted. We packed all the things that Adam and I bought. What we didn't want, we threw away. Then with your parents, we left. We bought each item one at a time, so we didn't realize how many things we had actually bought. It was only when it was time to go that we noticed we had replaced pretty much all the furniture. It really shouldn't have been this surprising though. We did spend 5 years there, and all we did was replace the things that needed replacing. Hold on now. You're saying that mom and dad won't be living here either? They can't be. They can't prefer to go with you. They're just going to leave the house that they bought? Yes, that's right. They are taking a break on the couch close to me right now. They wanted to rest a bit before unpacking all the things for the new house. What new house? I don't understand what they could be thinking. How could they decide to go with you two instead of staying with me? How could they even consider it? You guys are just leeches. You're not better than me. Why would they choose you over me? Nothing good can come from following you too. He's just a factory worker. You're just a parasite disguised as a housewife. There's no benefits in choosing you two. I, on the other hand, have a stable career in a big company. Anyone will see that I'm clearly the better choice. You might think that, but that isn't what your parents think. Obviously, your parents have really good reasons to come with us instead of staying with you. For one, Adam owns and manages that factory. As for me, his wife, I work from home making around $1 million a year. What? Manager? $1 million a year? That's preposterous. It isn't. Therefore, if you want to compare off success alone, I'm willing to bet that both Adam and I both probably have to beat individually. Staying with us also means your parents could continue to live as they have been doing for the past 5 years. We have been paying for all their living expenses. You've been doing what? Paying for everything. That's why we paid to replace all their old furniture and appliances. Small expenses like that don't add up too much for Adam and I. So are we speaking the same language now? Can you accept that logic? I admit you almost had me there for a second. But Adam only graduated from high school. He works at a factory and has a low-ranking office job. So there's no way that he can own it outright. Please stop judging him by only looking at his academic background. You might not know this, but he's been collecting all sorts of certifications while he's been working. Moreover, he would bring big-ticket business accounts to the factory. He was a very valued employee. Not to mention that, he's been working there for a very long time too. What does that mean? Well, instead of wasting his years just coasting through college, he decided to get hands-on experience instead. Adams always says that he likes working with his hand than going to some college and thinking. He knew what his strengths were and he had set his goals around them. So as a result of his hard work and time spent, the old owner offered to sell the factory to Adam when he retired. But how could Adam afford to buy a factory? That makes no sense. Well, that's where I came in. Plus, the asking price was pretty reasonable. As for me, I'm not unemployed like you have been assuming. I've been working as a designer and I have made quite a bit of money if I do to say so myself. Actually, I've even done business with your current company. What? I didn't know that. There's a lot of things that you don't know. Anyways, as promised, we have vacated the house. You can live there all by yourself. If you need furniture and electronics, you can buy them yourself. What the hell? How did this happen? When did this all start? How could the both of you make that much money in such a short time? My parents, they're just following you because of your money. We don't mind that at all. They are Adam's parents after all. They have so graciously welcomed me into their home. What's gotten you so down? You've got everything that you wanted. You're transferring back to your hometown as you wish. You're moving back to the house you grew up in and we even vacated it for you. What more could you have asked for? Didn't everything go as you planned it? Oh, were you thinking that you could just live off of your parents? Spend their money and treated them like your servants? I really hope you weren't hoping to leech off of them. Stop it. I know what you're doing. Of course that wasn't what I planned to do. I have money too. I make enough to take care of my parents too. Well, then that's good to hear. Because in 2 months, your parents are planning to sell that house. So we sincerely hope that you enjoy your time there while it lasts. Wait, what? What did you just say? Selling? My parents are going to sell the house, huh? Yes, that's what they said. Do you know how you sent all your stuff here a while ago? And they have made us pay for all the delivery fees? Well, that was the last straw for your mom. Emily got quite angry and said that she had had enough of your antics. Soon after, she went to speak to a realtor about selling the house. What? How could she? Well, this is just what your mom said. In 2 months, the house will formally go on the market. Since I've previously indicated that you have 2 months, I'd advise you to make the most of it. We need to get back to unpacking now. So, bye!
3 hours later.
Hey, Mina. I just went to the supermarket. I bought a lot of food that we just need to reheat. We're only going to have a basic meal because we're already exhausted. Oh, you already went to the supermarket?
Sorry, I didn't even realize that you left. I've been receiving so many texts all day that I only now notice yours.
Oh, don't worry about that. You've been getting messages all day. Please don't tell me that they're all from Jasmine.
I'm afraid so. She has been phoning and messaging me nonstop. As soon as I told her that you were selling the house, she's been pestering me.
Oh, so you told her. I see. Sorry that you are the one that has to deal with her. I think all the rest of us have blocked her already.
Don't worry about that at all. This was all my idea in the first place, and I'm the best person to understand why you guys don't want to deal with her anymore. I'm hitting my limits here as well.
As her mother, I'm ashamed of what I had to do. But enough of her already. We simply have nothing else to offer. We think that what she has done for herself is great. We are proud that she went to a great college and got a great job. But our support for her is now over. We're fed up with how she treats us. Not once has she shown gratitude for having helped put her through college. I just can't believe that she would make us pay for her deliveries. Where did she find the audacity to do that? Up until that point, I was able to contain myself and let things happen. The dam of emotion just broke loose.
I understand you completely. I would be really angry too if I did all the work and never even got a thank you for it. After we got married, I absolutely realized how crucial it is to express your thanks.
Is that right? Even among family, it is important to say thank you. But Jasmine missed out of that lesson. I don't think I've ever heard her say that to me, or anyone else for that matter. I think that probably contributed to the dam of emotions finally breaking. Every bit of disrespect over the years just kept building and building.
But do you think that your decision might have been too rash? I mean, you were selling your house. I hope it wasn't out of spite. You had a lot of memories in that house.
That's true, but the house is just a house. Its inhabitants are what makes it a home. I would rather sell the house than be separated from you and Adam. I've had so much fun since you two moved in. I had a great time living with you.
At first, I didn't think that we would all get along this well. It exceeded my expectations. I also really appreciate that Cara and you both recognize that I work from home. You have done me a huge favor by keeping the noise levels down when I was working. And I can't thank you enough for all the baked goods that you left on my desk while I was working. You would even follow up to make sure I was still on task. I couldn't have done it without your help.
Those were all very little things. I'm glad that I could help. Additionally, I'm more than willing to continue doing all of that moving forward. Anyway, we're almost home now. I'll have dinner ready soon.
3 days later.
Hey, Mina. My parents have recently sent me a letter stating that they wish to stop communicating with me. What do they mean they want to cut ties? Are they being serious? Oh, Emily's behalf. I'll explain it to you. She wanted me to tell you that she's tired of the way you have been treating the family. She's no longer interested in interacting with you. She doesn't want to have to deal with you anymore. That is why she sent the letter. What the hell? How could she just do that? Get my mother on the phone with me now. I can't text her or call her. She's not responding to me. I need you to give your phone to her. Sorry, but I can't do that. Your brother, father, and mother have all expressed the desire to no longer even hear your voice. They didn't say that. Quit lying and get my mom on the phone. Emily is sitting right beside me right now. I'll start penning exactly what she wants to say to you from now on. Your general behavior and lack of gratitude has made me ashamed to be called your mother. I thought that we had raised you to be better. We do not approve of what you tried to do. We don't want a daughter like you. Although the next session of the tech is somewhat uncomfortable for me, I will nonetheless top Emily's instruction. We have Mina now, and she's the only daughter that we need. What? Why would she say that? I'm her daughter. She has me already. So what if you makes $1 million a year? Blood is thicker than water. Just wait and see. Please, I'm going to develop my career as far as I can. I'll learn more than you. Good luck with that. We're done here. No, wait! We're still not done. We aren't even close to finishing talking. I get to say when we end this. But we have nothing else what we want to say to you. Then just be the messenger to my mom. Inform her that I'm currently seeing someone and that I hope to introduce them to them shortly. They will come to their own daughter's wedding, right? Even if they want to cut ties, they still have to come. They have to come. Your mother said that you can have as many weddings as you like and that she won't be at any of them. That's so cold. How could she say that? Okay, we really have to go now. You can message me if you have anything more you want to say to them going forward.
Meanwhile,
After that, the house was put on the market and sold pretty quickly. Jasmine had to scramble to get out. She chose an apartment that was passed by because she didn't have much time to choose another location. She has moved in but hasn't had time to unpack her belongings, so she only currently opens boxes when something is needed. As for that fiancé that she threw it at the end, she had to explain to her future parents-in-law as to why her parents won't be showing up to the wedding. Jasmine's fiancé parents, regrettably, interpreted that as a negative omen and are no longer very keen on her marrying their son, because there's a strong likelihood that their marriage won't materialize. The path ahead won't be an easy one for her to travel. All this could have been avoided if only Jasmine had learned some humility and gratitude.